About half of all Scotland's votes will be counted here at the Kelvin Hall in Glasgow. There's no doubt that a no vote in Scotland would give the nationalist cause a tremendous boost, even if Britain votes yes.
That situation would strengthen the whole movement in favour of Scottish sovereignty as opposed to merely devolution from Westminster. It would make it very clear that Scotland had different priorities and that, in fact, we wanted to decide for ourselves our relationship with the rest of the EEC.
There's not much love lost between Labour and the SNP. This has meant the anti-market campaign has been divided. On the whole, the Scottish left has marched alone, led by the STUC. Mr Tony Benn's line is widely supported by Scottish socialists.
If you are in doubt, vote for out and give the working class of Britain still the opportunity to insist that under a Labour government we go on to fulfil the programme of the Labour Party.
Chronically short of money, the Great Britain Out campaign has had some cooperation.
Membership of the common market means that decision-making and jobs become less secure, and inevitably we have more centralisation and more control of our affairs a long way away. For that reason, three of us have come together today. Normally I've got little time for members of the Labour Party or for...
Two very independent MPs, the Tory Teddy Taylor and Labour's Jim Sillars, have joined Margaret MacDonald to form an effective team which can pull a crowd any time.
If we vote yes on Thursday, Scotland will end up an isolated community on the far-flung edges of the common market, further away from the centres of influence and decision-making than ever before in our history.
The Scotland in Europe campaign has seemed the more effective. They've had more money, and it's shown, and cooperation between the different political parties has been smoother. The hopes of Scottish supporters of the common market have been raised by two polls in the past week. Both showed a majority of Scots intended to vote yes, a complete reversal of the figures earlier in the year.
We have attacked, if you like, the nationalist vote. The Scot Nats, who quite cynically have taken the view that they want to have Scotland say no when England says yes, in order to give them a bonus afterwards in the elections to come, have now found that the whole thing is boomeranged on them. They're now going to be hoisted by their own petard, if we can believe what is in the Europoll and other opinion polls.
With fears of unemployment always high, the fact that the overwhelming majority of industrialists want Scotland to stay in the common market has probably told. Many foreign firms set up here to gain a foothold in the market.
We are planning a major expansion program here at Churnside that would triple our capital investment, double our productive abilities, and increase our workforce from perhaps 200 to 400. And I believe that if Britain opts to get out of the common market, then that this expansion program would not take place here in Britain.
Despite the brave displays, no one's quite sure how much effect local campaigning is having.
We won't win hands down. We will win by a whisker, but we will win. And all our people have got to turn out to make sure we get that victory.
Apart from the activists, the apathy in Scotland can almost be felt. All the indications are for a low poll, possibly below 50%, and this should favour the pro-marketeers. But the Scottish result is likely to be very close. David Rose, First Report, Glasgow.